Hi everyone. I hope this is working. Let me know in the chat on YouTube if the sound is okay, if you can hear me. So we are finally live. Welcome everyone. Welcome to TalkUX 2020. TalkUX is an annual international design and technology conference led by women. And this year, for the first time, we are hosting this event in a remote edition, live across city meeting. TalkUX is brought to you by Ladies That UX, a global organization that has created an international community of inspiring, supportive women and in design and tech. Founded in Manchester, Ladies That UX is leading a global movement with chapters in over 75 cities worldwide that empowers women to achieve their full potential. So even though we are living this moment in history in the world where it doesn't allow us to be physically together, I would like to take these 5 days to celebrate. I'll celebrate our diversity, our plurality and inclusion, bringing to you guys these amazing and inspiring women all over the world. This event was organized by us with a lot of care and thought, thinking about diversity and inclusion that Ladies That UX would like to bring. So my name is Maria Nozaki. I'm the EMA director at Ladies That UX and one of the chapter leaders at Ladies That UX Milan. And for accessibility purposes, I would describe myself. I'm an Asian woman with short black hair, black eyes, using a turtleneck black dress with earphones, and I'm using a filter on my background. Actually, this is not my living room. I'm speaking from my living room, but this is a filter to hide everything on the back. And I'm speaking from Milan. So I would like to welcome Lizzie Dyson, our co-founder of Ladies That UX, and Kavitha Krishnan, director of TalkUX. Welcome.
Hello, you okay?
Hello, I will bring also Kavitha to say welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like us to give a description of ourselves as well?
Yes, please.
So I'm Lizzie, I'm the co-founder, and I'm presenting from Manchester. So I'm sat in my office. I have my hair tied up, I'm wearing glasses and a bit of a power suit to give, dress for confidence. And I think that's it.
Hi, my name is Kavitha Krishnan. I was born and raised in India, so I'm of Indian descent. I'm wearing a pink dress with a black suit, and I'm really excited to be here. You can see that on my face.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So who would like to start?
I can go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will see you soon, Kavitha.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
So hi everybody, I'm Lizzie, as I've just mentioned, and I'm co-founder of Ladies at UX. And today I'm just going to be giving a bit of background on why we started Ladies at UX, and then off the back of that, TalkUX. So, one second. So this is my friend Georgie. Georgie and I started Ladies at UX 6-7 years ago now, and we both worked in the same place, and we were going to lots of meetups, and they tended to look like this. So we were going to all these meetups, and there weren't many women there, and actually, I only knew Georgie that was in the industry, and they all tended to be the same. They were people standing at the front telling you what to do or how to go about things, and we really wanted to create something that I really missed, like being able to talk to people and make a connection. So after one of these meetups, we went for a couple of glasses of wine and started talking about if we created a meetup, then what would we want to get out of it? And like I said, we wanted something really informal, something that meant that you could turn to the person next to you and have a really informal conversation, and build that up and build more of a community. I think meetups have changed quite a lot since then, but yeah, so we started Ladies at UX off the back of sharing a bottle of wine. We talked about what we should name it, what we should do, and we really wanted to sort of start it off really informally. So we used it as a bit of an excuse to go for meals, and we put our first Eventbrite page up to see if any of the women out there would want to do the same. We said, we're going to be here on this date. Do you want to come and join us? And we'll go for an informal event. So our first meetup, we just went for burgers and beers, to be honest. So 8 people turned up for our first event, which was 8 women that we didn't know existed, and it was amazing to discover that we weren't the only women in Manchester that work in the UX industry. It went really well, and we decided to keep it going on a monthly basis. And it just, yeah, like I said, we went to different restaurants every time. We wanted to make it really accessible to anybody, so people could turn up, grab a drink, grab some food, or just join us if they wanted to. And it did really well. So we were on Twitter and Eventbrite, and news started to spread. And one day we got a message on Twitter from 2 ladies in Brighton, and they'd seen what we were doing in Manchester and loved the concept, and asked us if they could do something similar. So we had a call with them, had a chat, and we agreed that it'd be great to set up Ladies at UX Brighton. They started their city meetup in a slightly different way. They ran a workshop to find out what the women in that city, or in Brighton, wanted to get out of Ladies at UX, which was slightly different to us going out for meals. And they asked people what they wanted and what they didn't want. So, for example, talks from other women, workshops, like socials, and that started to form the structure of our events, and it did really well. And having Brighton on board then meant that we were obviously in Manchester and Brighton, but more women started getting in touch with us from different areas. So we ended up kicking off Ladies at UX London and Austin, Texas, Melbourne, and we ended up with more and more cities joining us from around the world, which was amazing. And it all started to sort of take off a lot faster than we were ever expecting to. And off the back of this growth of meetups around the world, it's just meant that we've built this really great community of women that have ended up sort of promoting and sharing their experiences. One of the things that's come off the back of it that we really weren't expecting is that women in the Ladies at UX community were reaching out to each other and saying, I'm going on holiday to Spain this summer. Is anyone around in Barcelona? Do you want to hang out? Is there going to be any meetups? And we thought this was crazy, because we were like, you're on a holiday. Why are you looking to attend meetups if you're on holiday? But the people were just so passionate about it. It was great. So we ended up with people when they were traveling and meeting up with other women from Ladies at UX meetups. Was really nice. So here we've got Jane. She's visiting San Francisco, and she ended up meeting up with Clara there, two of our directors that have worked really closely together. But it's just, you start to see these little messages popping up on Twitter, which is really nice, of people connecting around the world. Go back. One of the things that has come out of this, one of the other things that has come out of this, is seeing how women are supporting and promoting each other around the world. It's one thing to be going around and sort of having social drinks, which is great. Another thing is that women are now were traveling and promoting the voice of Ladies at UX. What we're about is promoting and supporting women and minorities in the UX industry. And Huma, who runs our Dallas chapter, did this and created a video, and she gets the message of ladies across really nicely. So just going to share that video with you whilst it loads. One sec. Let me know if you can hear that okay.
There's just so much talent in this country that if we could just provide options to young minds, they would be empowered to change their lives. You guys are brilliant young minds. I absolutely feel that you should be able to be made aware of what options there are in the world and have the power to pursue a career here or the UAE or anywhere else, because it's a very high demand career. User experience design is at the intersection of user goals and business needs. So essentially, we are here to solve for that. We evaluate the entire customer journey path and find points of friction and try to resolve for those, and while aligning and motivating our users towards our business goals. Another major reason why I'm here and why user experience design is important. As I mentioned, I represent Ladies at UX Dallas, and a big issue that I'm really concerned with personally, because it affects me, is the women in tech movement. The women in tech movement has really gotten a lot of traction in these recent years because there's a huge underrepresentation of women in the technology field. I'm just going to point out this room. If you just look at how this room is broken out. And we tried to give this talk on Saturday and then the generator went down, but we had about 15% women in the audience. And today we have about 10% women in the audience. And actually, that's not very uncommon. As you can see through these graphs, this represents the breakdown of the male to female ratio at some of these Silicon Valley major key players. I mean, these are the companies that are changing the world. 17%, 15%, 10%, come on, we're gonna change this. We have to change this. And I'm so excited that we have women in the audience today who are interested in pursuing a career in technology. And for the men, you guys are so important. Really, you absolutely are so important. I'll tell you why, because we cannot do this without you. We need your help. Some of you are engaged. Some of you have wives. You will have daughters. This is psychology. This has to change up here. It's a mindset shift. And you guys are progressive. You have taken control of your lives. That's why you're here. I'm looking to you as setting a great example. A lot of records were originally unable to be broken at first because mankind deemed those limits to be completely unbreachable. And what they found out, that somebody was brave enough to break those records because that limit was actually psychological. You just have to believe there are no limits and then just see what you can do, because these are psychological limits. So.
everyone, this is Mufarah Malik from Accra University. Today, Huma Wadood visited us at Accra University North Campus. We strongly support her initiative of bringing all the women on one platform and supporting each other and that networking initiative. I strongly appreciate the initiative that she has taken, and good luck to Huma Wadood.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Dania and I'm doing my BBA in Accra University. And the seminar I have attended today, which is given by Huma Wadood, it was great. I have learned so many things. She is giving a platform for ladies, and this is a great opportunity for girls, for women, and she is doing a very great job. And I am very inspired by her.
Hey guys, I am Bilal. I'm doing my bachelor's in computer sciences from Accra University. Today I've attended this amazing session from Huma Wadood and it has been terrific.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohammad Talha and I'm a BScs student. She came as a new hope for me that it is not necessary to become a programmer in a computer science field. We can take initiatives in such other fields like user experience designing, content writing, sketching, and other 3D modeling and designing. She wonderfully explained and she gave me a lot of hope.
So I watched that video this morning when I was running through my slides, and I think for me it just gives me so much. It's just so great to see it, because off the back of Ladies at UX, we've got women and people going out there promoting and supporting each other and getting people involved in an industry that they wouldn't otherwise know about, which is incredible. And off the back of all these different chapters starting, we're now a global community. People have been spreading the world and we've got chapters popping up all the time. We normally do face-to-face meetups, but this year has obviously been quite a wild one with the pandemic. And one of the terms that I've heard is the Corona coaster. So how, like, taking the peaks and the troughs of going through this experience, it's a really hard year. Normally we're able to lean on each other. Ladies at UX has been a really strong support network. People can come to the meetups once a month and sort of share their stories and learn from others. What we've seen this year with COVID happening is that our meetups are not limited to the city that you're in anymore. Our chapters and chapter leaders have started putting meetups online, and people from different cities all around the world have been joining other chapters meetups, which is really great to see. So over the next year, we're going to be moving to a space where we can start promoting more of this and get people collaborating and connecting around the world. We're going to be talking about that in more detail in our panel later on in the week. So if you check out the schedule, you can tune into that. So I just wanted to share, before I wrap up, some quotes that we've had from people attending our meetups. And these kind of really emphasize what people are getting out of it, and realizing that actually you're not the only person out there, and that and it's not about like one-upping. Everybody's here to support and promote each other, which is really nice. TalkUX is a conference that we've started off the back of the Ladies at UX meetups, and they've become a great opportunity for us to sort of go around these different cities and promote women in the industry that are doing great things. This photo in the background is from the Boston chapter, but we've also been in Atlanta, in Manchester, Taipei, and we were hoping to have some host in Sao Paulo this year, but I think actually doing this remote means that we can help reach a much broader audience, which is really exciting. So excited to see how this goes. And yeah, this is something that we've heard from quite a few people. It's this feeling of a sisterhood. It seems really cheesy, but it's true. I was always brought up as a bit of a tomboy, and Ladies at UX has been a great network for me. So being able to connect with other women in the industry has been brilliant. I just also wanted to give a shout out to the core team that have been helping to organise this. It's been an incredibly tough year, and to organise a conference in the midst of a pandemic has, I'm sure, not been easy. So thank you for the team that have been involved in that. And that's it.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Thank you.
I will get back with Kavitha again. Thank you so much for the presentations, really inspiring. Especially the video was really nice to see, like chapters of Ladies that UX helping other women around the world.
Yeah, I think it was a great video from Huma.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I was just going to say, I've heard this talk from Lizzie a couple of times now, but it never gets boring. Every time I hear it, I get inspired, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting to see how it's grown, especially in South America this year has boomed. Kavitha's done a great job of getting everybody on board and seeing that growth. So hopefully over the next year or so we can see more of that and getting more chapters on board, which is really exciting.
Yes. Kavitha, would you like to speak?
Sure, I can start by sharing my screen. I have put together a presentation, so I'm hoping to.
Yes.
I just where I get the right.
For a community of global meetups, this is the first time I've done a broadcasted talk, so it's a new experience for me.
We can see actually half of the screen with notes.
Obviously, I don't want you to see the notes, so I'm gonna just the presentation.
I'll just remove. Don't worry.
Okay, so let's try this again. And I am application window, Chrome tab. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I will go.
People on YouTube, please write on the chat where you're watching us from. We are curious. And also, please prepare some questions for Lizzie and Kavitha that we are going to get back in the end of the broadcast. Okay, now we can see the screen.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Kavitha Krishnan. I am the director of TalkUX. All right. So you just heard from Lizzie the story about how Ladies at UX got started and how we've grown over the years. Given that Ladies at UX is an international community, we wanted TalkUX to be an international conference as well, an international stage where Ladies at UX community, not just from one city or chapter, but from around the world can come together, share knowledge, and celebrate their success. So I still remember the first time I met Lizzie when she told me about how TalkUX got started. It was the year 2015, and a conference organizer in Manchester had asked Lizzie's help to find a female speaker to talk about UX in their conference. Lizzie and the Ladies at UX Manchester team got involved, and they were able to find not just one woman, but many amazing women to speak in that conference. The event was held on March the 8th, International Women's Day. Lizzie later told me that none of that was planned. It was not, they didn't plan for TalkUX to start on International Women's Day or for the majority of the speaker to be women. It was just that way, and that is how TalkUX was born. So TalkUX 2015, the year it started, had over 250 attendees, 21 speakers. They had talks, they had music, comedy, good food, and a lot of cupcakes. And we have followed that tradition. We always have cupcake in TalkUX. So 2016 was the year I got involved in TalkUX. That was the year I had relocated to Madison, Wisconsin from Boston, and I had founded Ladies at UX Madison. TalkUX organizers that year and Ladies at UX, people who are involved in the conference, emailed the entire Ladies at UX community and asked for help to help volunteer. They wanted people to volunteer and help them organize the conference. And I offered to help in any way I could. So that was the first year I volunteered and I helped organize the conference. Not just that, I got to attend TalkUX in Atlanta, Georgia. It was amazing. I got to meet a lot of Ladies at UX members that year from around the world, very inspiring. That was the first time for TalkUX in the US. It was in Atlanta, Georgia. So we had 13 speakers, over 300 participants, and it was an amazing conference. We had amazing support from great sponsors. We had interesting talks. There was even a comedy show and then a UX competition where 4 local participants pitched ideas and the winner was picked from there. So I continued volunteering for TalkUX. I helped organize TalkUX, and this year, 2017, TalkUX was organized by Ladies at UX Taipei chapter. So the conference was in Taiwan. This was the first time TalkUX was in Asia. There were over 400 attendees, 14 speakers, and they were all from around the world, not just local speakers. We had a pre-conference party, 1 day of conference, 1 day workshop, post-conference networking social event, and it was a great success. There is a video that the Taipei chapter put together that that kind of captures all the fun that we had. Let me know if you can see the volume or if you can hear the
reason we want to make the current conference to be more diverse is because we think that technology industry have to have voices for female and have to have voices for female authors too. And we want you to be able to be part of it, to be able to see, because you can see it.
I never get tired of watching that video. I think I've probably watched it a million times, and every time I watch it, it takes me back there. 2018, TalkUX was back in US for the second time, and this time it was organized by Ladies at UX Boston. TalkUX 2018 is special for two reasons. One, that was the year I went from being a volunteer to the director of TalkUX, and Boston is where I attended my first ever Ladies at UX meetup. So Boston has a great meaning. So it was great being back in Boston and having TalkUX being organized by the Boston community. So we had over 300 attendees, 20 speakers. Again, there was one day of conference, one day of workshop, all the pre-party, post-party, post-conference parties, social hour, and it was a great success. 2019 was the 5th year, and TalkUX went back to its birthplace, Manchester. This time there were 250 attendees, 15 speakers. We had amazing support from sponsors, a very dedicated group of organizers and volunteers. We had, and most importantly, great attendees. This was another successful event, another feather in the cap. This year, TalkUX is being organized by Ladies at UX Sao Paulo, and there are other volunteers from around the LATAM cities that are helping us organize this conference remote edition this year. So amazing work by Teresa and her team, and I cannot wait to hear from all the amazing speakers. TalkUX 2020 is special for so many reasons, and I'm going to start with selfish reasons. Number one, this is the 5th consecutive year I am part of TalkUX. I'm volunteering, I'm helping organize. This is the 3rd year I am serving as the director of TalkUX. This is the first time TalkUX is being organized by LATAM cities. Previously, it was organized by communities from Europe, Asia, and the US. This is the first ever remote edition. It's in the middle of the pandemic, but hopefully this will be the last time that happens. What makes 2020 so special is that the world around has literally changed. But we remain steadfast in our determination and a dedication to the field of UX, to Ladies at UX and TalkUX. I am still amazed by the dedicated group of organizers who have put together this amazing conference. I want to thank the volunteers, the speakers, the attendees who are all part of this conference. It is so inspiring. You're here in the middle of a global pandemic, you're juggling work with family, lack of childcare. That this is no easy task, and this makes me so hopeful, makes me immensely proud and hopeful for the future that we are not just going to survive, but we're going to thrive. TalkUX, Ladies at UX, the entire field of UX. So it makes me feel really hopeful and immensely proud. So I want to take this opportunity to thank this year's organizing committee, volunteers. For people who don't know, Ladies at UX is a nonprofit organization, which means TalkUX is not a for-profit conference. The organizers volunteer their time, which means they don't get paid. None of us get paid. So special thanks to all the volunteers. And I want to thank this year's sponsor. We have Balsamic. They have been with us, I think, since 2016. They've been an amazing support for us. I also want to thank all the organizing cities, speakers, volunteers, attendees of TalkUX, from 2015 to 2020, they have helped TalkUX grow into a unique and a successful conference. We have talked about a lot of things, but I think the most interesting question is how about TalkUX 2021? So TalkUX 2021 is going to be held in Utrecht and will be organized by ladies at UX Utrecht. We generally save this for the end of the conference, but I wanted to start with some good news this year, and we will have more information, so please stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and other social media outlet, and we will let you know about the date and plans for Ladies at UX 2021. So thank you all.
Thank you, Kavitha. I will bring Lizzie back. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I would like to also take this moment to say thanks to all the organization. Teresa, especially Teresa, Mônica Barros, Gabriela Bechara, Bruna Lourenço, Vanessa Pedra, Bianca Morandi. Sorry, if I'm speaking spelling the names wrong, sorry. Jennifer Moreno, Gabriela Rocha, Desiree Dias. Sorry about the pronunciation between English, Italian, and Portuguese. So thanks everyone who is involved, all the volunteers that are involved on the organization. Thank you very much for the time that all of us as a team, we spent to organize this. So I would like to thank to all of the amazing women that have been doing an amazing work. So right now, you're on mute, Lizzie.
I wanted to say thank you to you as well. So thank you for opening up TalkUX this year. It's great to have you on board.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just cannot wait for all the talks to begin. I'm waiting.
Yes, we're very excited about everything. So we have some questions. Would you like to answer some questions before we close our opening? Okay, the first question. Oops, it's from Tanvibra. Is there a formal process to register to become a part of the community?
We have a website live at the minute, and you can drop us a email at hello@ladies@ux.com, and it will come through to one of our directors wherever, and they'll pick it up depending on where you are around the world. What we tend to do is we normally have a phone call to sort of learn more about you, and then you get an opportunity to ask us some questions as well. And then we tend to take it from there. I think running a Ladies at UX event can, it's so rewarding, but it also does take up time and effort. So we would normally recommend that you share the the role with another person, just so you can bounce ideas off each other. And I don't know, it's a bit easier when there's two of you. So I think when you've got a partner in crime for running a Ladies at UX meetup, get in touch with us via email.
I wasn't sure, based on the question, if Tanvi was trying to start her own Ladies at UX, or was just trying to attend. If you're just trying to attend, what I did was I looked up the upcoming event, I signed up and I went there, and then I signed up on the website. So I got emails and I kept going. But I think if you want to start your own Ladies at UX community, your own chapter, that'd be great. And I think Lizzie kind of explained what the process would be.
Yes. So next question is from Valeria. Hi, ladies. Are you planning to create this year more international global meetups?
Yeah, I think the plan is to keep growing on the success that we've had running remote meetups as well. So how do we enable cities all around the world to join the community? I think it'll be really interesting to see what happens with next year's TalkUX. Hopefully that'll be in person. But I think it's really exciting to see how we can evolve this to have like online and digital first meetups and the in-person community, and how do they sort of balance each other out. I don't know if does that answer the question?
Yes. I will go for the next one from Vanessa. Lizzie, thanks for starting this amazing community. And what is your vision for the future to Ladies at UX?
I think Ladies at UX is, I think if we become successful, we kind of put ourselves out of a job, because I think what I would like to get us to is a community where it's where it is an industry of equality, and we don't need to be having the leaning into the more difficult conversations that we have. So I think my vision is that Ladies at UX doesn't need to exist, because everybody is fair and supportive and promotes each other. But until we get there, I think we need to grow, keep expanding, and supporting people within the UX industry.
Great.
We do have a panel on November the 5th to talk about the future of Ladies at UX, and Vanessa should attend.
Do you want to add anything to that, Kavitha? Or?
I think Lizzie kind of got the big picture. We all, I think, have like a smaller picture of what we would like to do in the future. You know, we've learned so much in 2020, and we are trying to kind of make lemonade out of lemons, and we've figured out that, you know, there were things that a smaller group of people wanted, and it was hard to cater to their needs because, you know, we couldn't have a speaker or a workshop for 5-10 people in a local community. But now that the doors have opened and we're going to have like digital meetups, we are able to cater to individual needs, you know, because if the moment you opened up the workshop would be useful for a lot of people. We're not focusing just on the local community, things like that. So we are trying to see what we have learned and how we could use it going forward. So small plans, but I think we will talk more about it in the panel.
Yeah. Yes, great. This question actually is a spoiler from from the event that we're going to have as well, the panel. Another question from Teresa. Did you imagine that Ladies at UX would become such a big and important community?
No, not at all. So when me and Georgie started Ladies at UX, it really was because we didn't know anybody within Manchester that was working in the UX industry, and we were wondering why they weren't coming to the meetups, or the tech meetups in general. And I think by focusing it on more towards the female side and that supportive community, helped that to grow. Because we were promoting it on Twitter, news naturally spreads through social media, and we were kind of doing that to help grow it within Manchester. We weren't expecting the ladies in Brighton to sort of catch wind of it and reach out. So when they did, we thought it was really exciting. We originally called ourselves Ladies at UX Northwest because Manchester is in the northwest of the UK. And quite quickly we had to change that because the northwest became Canada because we were looking at a worldwide global landscape instead of just the UK. So I kind of think that kind of shows. I think we had aspirations of having multiple meetups in the UK, but we never expected it to be as big as this at all.
Great. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me see if I have anything else. So I don't know, would you like to add Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think, I think just another thank you. I've seen a comment about the Bangalore chapter, and we'll pick that up. We'll have a look through the emails. I think just sort of another big thank you to all the volunteers. We all do this in our spare time. We're looking to sort of streamline our processes and make things a lot easier to be able to sign up. So watch this space. There'll be a few changes coming. But thank you to all the volunteers. Like Kavitha said in her talk, people are juggling childcare, especially in lockdown, and work and all those things. But we will do our best to get back to people in the emailing list. We've got quite a big backlog to get through at the minute.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you for everybody to take the time to come and watch this as well.
Yes, thanks everyone who is watching. Special thanks to Lizzie and Kavitha for joining us in this conversation. So in 1 hour, more or less 1 hour, 10 minutes, we're going to be hosting Rafaela, who is going to talk about how to present your portfolio, como apresentar seu portfolio, that will be broadcasted in Portuguese. So stay tuned for the next talks that we are having. We have 5 days of amazing events with amazing, inspiring women. So stay tuned. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.